Okay, good afternoon. Let's have one or two games. I've got to go for an over the board game later. I'm hoping it'll be okay. So King's Engine again. I've had good luck today with the King's Engine. So someone about the same rating, hoax. So hoax. Okay, he's got a good feed there apparently. He's got a reasonable 1 minute. 3 minutes, okay. 2068. Has he been interrupted? So usually the move is E4 here. White sets up the centre and the hypermoderns try and destroy the centre later. Okay. Yep. It's giving me a minute time odds for some reason. Maybe he's busy or something. Playing at work or something. I've got a slightly improved router today called Billion, that makes Billion, and seen at Australia they favoured this router. It gave the router a good review, better than my old one, but still I'm only up to about 3 and the national average is about 9 on download, so it's pretty poor overall, but yeah, there's other factors, but hopefully there's a little bit of an improvement anyway for 5-minute chess. So this is the rolling smooth King's Engine system. So knight g6, stuff like rook f7, bishop f8. He's using a few moves on the queen side. Okay, and he's going to protect. I wonder if I can just block up the position here with b6. I think I'm going to do that. I could lose a7, I suppose. Okay, he's closed that. What's the target he's making here on the queen side? Can I just gradually prepare? Oh, he's going to win my rook. So I think I have to sort of do stuff over here before it's too late. It's protecting that rook over there. That's quite nifty. So I don't want to allow that rook in. So maybe knight g6. Or I could allow the rook in for knight h5 to f4, just in spite of the rook. So maybe yeah, I'll take. I want to play knight h5 to rook g3. Okay, unless he wants to sack the exchange. Knight f4 is looking sort of tasty, or knight f3 even. Check for queen h4. That looks very tasty, very simple as well, getting the queen to h4 right near the h2 spot. And no, I haven't calculated any forcing moves, but this is the first one I've seen all game. Knight f3, queen h4. Regarding forcing moves, yeah, big discussions at the moment on the ChessCube KingsCrusher Cafe about forcing moves and what happens at the end of calculations, the evaluation. You know, it has to be powerful. It has to be more powerful than your opponent's evaluation. Otherwise, you risk, calculating stuff, and at the end of it, the opponent's better. That's the risk if it's not very clear at the tail ends. But here, okay, let's check forcing moves. If he did move the rook, knight f3, I guess he wouldn't take. Ooh, exchange sack. Okay. So knight takes g3, I suppose. Okay. Panic stations. So bishop takes g4, knight takes g4. Is there anything? Or just what about trying to take this a file with rook a8, because I can use a3 kind of perversely hijacking the a3 and the third rank concept for the attack. Petrosian would be proud of such a hijacking, getting the rook to a3. Okay, So alright, so bishop takes g4, queen c8. There's knight f6 check. That's pretty nasty. So what if I just take on a6? There's then bishop e6 check and then queen h5. So I could be in big trouble here actually. My knight, can it just go back here if I move it back? Out of trouble. I've got a minute advantage. So what about knight f4 takes queen h4? That would be a nasty pin on that bishop. Knight f4. So I'm actually given my queen h4 actually, so knight f4 might be quite tasty. I like the flow of these king's engines actually. I'm thinking of going back to the French defence because of the strategic flow as well, actually, rather than Sicilian, especially Sicilian dragon. But anyway, queen takes c8 maybe. So I've got knight f4 and queen h3 potentially on the cards. Not queen h3 at the moment, that would lose the queen. So knight f4. By the way, I'm recording slightly lower screen size to avoid the HD issues, because even on this machine, which is an i5, there's some voice synchronization issue I want to try and avoid. So hopefully everything's going to be well synced in this video. Okay. So, okay, can I risk rook h7, queen h5, there's rook h6, so I think I can risk rook h7. Do I take the queen? There's knight g4 to f6. If I take with the knight, there could be queen g4. I'm tempted to take with the knight. If I take with the queen, hell, that's queen g4, there's knight g4. Knight g4 is fairly annoying because of knight f6, so I think I'll take with the knight to avoid this knight g4 to f6 for a little while longer. Okay, so can I play king h8 here in preparation of knight f6? It's starting to look fairly unpleasant for me. I could get knocked out here, I'm afraid, but let's be optimistic. Keep control of the dark square a little bit. Avoid queen f6. Subtle move. So if knight f6, rook h6 maybe, and if queen f6 I just take the queen. There's no decoy right at the moment to blast me off the board, I hope, with knight c7. So rook h6 here. There's queen g4 threatening mate, but then I'd play rook takes f6. It's got queen h4. I've got king g7. So I'll play this. So he can threaten mate. Oh, he's not threatening mate. My knight's on it. Given he's not threatening mate yet, I can also play knight h7 to try and evict. And threaten rook f6 if a queen moves again. So knight h7. Okay, I'll go with knight h7. That looks like a move, I hope. It's looking rather dangerous. So rook h3 here. Then my rook's being run out of squares. Oh dear, I think I'm losing the exchange. So rook h3 anyway. Because king g2, I think he's winning the exchange. Ah, rather cruelly. So knight g5, just trying to hold on tactically. It's not exactly what I anticipated from the earlier position. So, okay. Oh dear. Okay. I think that puts me in a lot of trouble. Start to panic, try and avoid losing on time. Oh, I can't play any move. Hold on a sec. Oh dear. Not good. Ouch. That was bad news. Bad news. Oh dear, oh dear. What was I to do after this? Knight g4. My rook's just run out of squares. Oh dear. That's terrible. Comments or questions on YouTube? Thanks very much.